ready, Freddy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 169 of the Clever and Original Podcast.
Spaghetti.
I am one of your hosts, Kayley Misialek, alongside me, the man with a plan, Jayden Reinhart.
Yeah, I have way too much spaghetti in my cabinet. I have a lot of I don't eat that much spaghetti. Spaghetti's okay.
That's cool. I mean, spaghetti's fine.
It's good. Yeah,
it's good.
I mean, like different sauces and whatever, but like I have too much.
The sauce is like you just make the sauce, right? I guess that's the only thing that's different about people's
sauce.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
It's just like,
sauce.
I'll just get noodles and then how you make your sauce.
I work at a bar and some dude just ordered our pasta, which we put like veggies, like green peppers and stuff in.
Shit in there.
It's a bunch of he ordered it just pasta and like butter. It's like you go to a bar and you order overpriced buttered noodles.
Yeah, that's kind
I made it for him. I felt like I was absolutely ripping him off. Because he's probably paying like full price for it, like $10.
That's like his.
Was it spiced up at all? Was it?
No,
it was 3.
It was nothing. There wasn't any butter, like butter. Not we have special butter at the bar.
Oh, it was literally just butter.
Yeah,
butter?
Like just melted butter that you would like dip the shrimp in and stuff.
The fuck?
It was just butter and noodles.
That's fucking awful.
It was so dumb. It's like if I went to McDonald's, like, hey, can I have a burger with no toppings, no bun, no fries, no sauces, just like the patty, just the patty. Just the patty, please. Like, that's what he did. And it just befounded me. It's like, why go somewhere? I could make a hamburger patty at home. So weird. Weird people.
Yeah, weird people. Like this guy right here, Nirvana guy himself, J.J. Larson.
Yeah, that is who it is.
Nirvana man. Spaghetti man. What if your hair was spaghetti? Like not like gross. Not like just the texture. Like it wasn't hair. They were noodles.
That'd be
noodles. Even if you shaved it off, noodles would grow out of your head.
That's disgusting.
That'd be vile.
Also,
would you have to use pasta sauce in the shower for shampoo?
No, that's not.
That doesn't wash the noodles.
No, you use water to wash the noodles, right?
You have to put them in a colander to like dry them off.
I guess. I mean,
done.
I don't know.
Pile them into a colander and.
It would be weird. You couldn't really like dry them off with like a normal towel because you'd get like lint in your hair.
Well, and that's the thing. Like you'd wash it, and they like if it would grow, it would be dry, right? They'd be stocky, and it would just grow straight up or like straight out. But then you'd wash it, and they'd all be wet. And if you washed it too much, they would just fall off.
Well, it would just. That's just weird, right? Because you're growing new hair, right? Mm-hmm. So like there'd be this little stocky part, like but then
it'd be like the wet, and as the further it got down, that noodle hair,
it'd be
be like worse and worse until it was just like mush at the ends.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
It'd fall off.
Why would you want that?
Awful. I mean, you get free food. You never have to like.
I would not eat that.
You would not want to eat it. You would not.
That sounds disgusting. I sweat,
Yeah.
And also it's coming out my head, which gets dirty because I live.
I feel like if someone has spaghetti hair, they would do like just bald and wear like a hat.
Yeah, I would probably just be like.
Shave it every.
You wouldn't even have to shave. You just
kill
be
my
like this and
hair.
It'll snap off at the ends.
Kill my hair. I would rather be bald for the rest of my life.
Take out each strand of a weird spaghetti.
That'd be fucking awful.
You'd probably be a science experiment if people found out.
I guess.
Like how and why does spaghetti grow out of your head?
Turns out you wished from a genie that your hair looked like spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
I
was playing Battlefield 1 recently. And Luke, you all know.
Yeah.
Was sitting behind me, and I was fighting against Italians, and he started like saying like stuff about spaghetti and meatballs and Mamma Mia. While I was just shooting Italians in the game.
Wow,
that's amazing.
It was pretty great.
So if you're Germans, would you yell like sauerkraut?
I don't know, probably something like that. I don't like sauerkraut, by the way. Don't like it.
I mean, it's.
I don't know.
What? It's cabbage that's sits in lye.
It's pickled.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
I mean.
Yeah, it's
just like
Just not into it.
disgusting.
Not even too. Well, cabbage by itself's fine. I'm just,
Well, I'm talking about sauerkraut.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like glutefisk, right?
Lutefisk is fucking disgusting.
It's like
smells.
It's comparable to lutefisk.
It's nowhere near as pungent.
That's true. I mean,
Yeah.
because meat versus like a vegetable.
Holy shit.
But like they both sit in lye, and then except lutefisk is fish that sits in lye,
It's fucking nasty.
because I guess that's something that Norwegians do.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
guess so.
They're like, let's make a really gross dish and see how long people will eat it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
That's
like a big old joke.
yeah. We'll call it like some delicacy or something, and then
See if people
it's like
keep
a
eating it.
rare thing. It's very like high class people eat this. Like so people would eat it to be like high class people. It'll be a great joke, as they say in like the 1400s.
yeah.
And now people are eating lutefisk
And somewhere
I'm
like the people who
unconvinced
made the
actually
joke
eat it.
just like died off, and they did, and like nobody knows it was a joke anymore. People just like think it's a thing. That
There's, that's.
I don't know. I had family members who like lutefisk.
I don't know how. I don't know how anyone likes it.
I don't get it.
I've never had
Just the
lutefisk.
smell alone. The smell alone should drive anyone away.
I've never had lutefisk, I must confess.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, no, I would not recommend.
I'll try everything once. Octopus is pretty good. I like octopus.
Yeah.
So if you haven't listened to us before, we are the Clever and Original Podcast. We
That
talk
is
about
what we are.
comic book movie type stuff, video game type stuff, particularly in that order. So let's get on with some news.
Yeah.
The Punisher is releasing some images. Some for Netflix is releasing some
They are.
advertising stuff. They showcased a poster for season 2. Just kind of the Punisher logo with in glass with a bullet and everything. Stylized new episodes coming in. They white out the part that would be like the month or date, and then 2019. So it sounds like season 2 is coming in 2019.
It will be.
Cool.
Good. I still need to watch season 1.
Also,
So good.
by the way,
Yeah.
really good. One of the better ones. It's definitely better than like Luke Cage or Iron Fist.
I need to finish
Um,
Luke Cage. I stopped in like episode 8 and I just never watched it again. I don't
Also, it
know.
doesn't really connect to any. Like, I mean, it connects somewhat to Daredevil.
Yeah.
But other than that, it doesn't really connect to any of the other
No,
Netflix
that's
shows.
cool.
So
It's like his own story, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, really good. John Bernthal is back as Frank Castle.
Nice. I dig it.
So yeah. And some returning characters. Ben Barnes is Billy Russo, a character who's in the first season.
Mhm.
I think they've already shot it. I believe production occurred over the summer. And so I don't know. I would expect it to come out in probably like February or maybe like March, April or somewhere around there.
I could see it. Early 2019 sometime.
That would make sense, yeah. Since they're already done shooting and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Punisher starting to begin marketing, but also Daredevil, I guess, was really quick about their marketing campaign, right? It started in like what? It didn't even start till after Iron Fist came out in September. So October, and then it released. Wait, did it release in October?
Did it?
Or was it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
did. Yeah, it
It
did.
did?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course it did. Like, we're just beginning November.
Oh,
so, yeah.
right.
So yeah, like September, October, and then
Yeah.
it was like out. It was like really quick. So I mean, it's very possible that could happen. Although we're still, 2 months away from 2019. But yeah, I don't know. Jay, have you seen season 1 of Punisher?
Yeah, I've seen it all the way through. I think it's, good. I don't think any of the Marvel Netflix Defender series is bad. I think they're all good. Some better than others, maybe, but I think Punisher is like maybe tied with second with Jessica Jones or third.
Yeah.
There are, but I think top tier is definitely Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Punisher. That's like the top tier Marvel Defenders Netflix. Yeah. I don't want to spoil anything by talking about the season for anyone who hasn't seen it. JJ.
Yeah. I'll watch it at some point.
But it is like definitely. Obviously he's an army man, and it's definitely like a kind of hits that home, I guess.
Yeah, it's I really like it. It also is like, I think it's really different from like the other
Netflix
shows. Like definitely different from like Luke Cage and Iron Fist, and somewhat different. I think the closest one is Daredevil, but in like tone, I guess. They're all pretty like dark tone-ish, but
this one I would guess is the most bloody.
Yeah, more like the military sort of thing. Kind of. I guess Daredevil has always dealt with like, somewhat politics. Like, it's like criminal politics, but like, I would say Punisher is similar in that vein. Versus like Jessica Jones is somewhat like of a mystery show, and then like Luke Cage is more of, I don't know, what'd you call it, gang wars or
kinda.
And then Iron Fist is like some martial arts thing.
Batman-y a little bit.
Yeah, they all have like different stories, but I think the Punisher has one of the harder stories as far as like trials, tribulations.
Yeah, really good, and really like plays on his stuff as a person in the military. But yeah, I am excited to see season 2 of The Punisher. Season 1 really good, like we just said. Although I am kind of worried based on the fact that it seems like all the Netflix and Marvel shows are just being canceled left and right.
Yeah, like hopefully not all of them are canceled. Obviously there's been quite a few.
Yeah,
but
hopefully not.
I really like the Punisher. I think how the Punisher stands out from the rest too is everyone else goes through like their issues or whatever and tough times, but Punisher has like already been broken.
Yeah,
like he's already gone through the toughest time, and so that's what makes him so angry, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for season 2. Hopefully it's not the last season.
Yeah, we'll see.
Please, Marvel.
We'll see.
Understand you know what you're doing, but please.
About that.
Yeah. We'll see. We still don't know if Daredevil will get a season 4, although it probably should.
It's been around the longest for sure. Definitely the most popular.
Season 3 was great also. Okay, so that does it for the Punisher talk, I should say.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Marvel has gotten writer David Callahan to work on a mysterious project, an unknown project. It is supposed to be a movie. And currently he has been working on Wonder Woman 1984. Also worked on The Expendables and Godzilla. And is currently working on Zombieland 2 and Mortal Kombat as well. So, thoughts on this? On David Callahan writing a film for Marvel.
Cool.
Possibilities are, Black Widow, The Eternals, Black Panther 2 maybe. Or wait, sorry, no, those teams already have been assembled.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's many others that could possible. It could be Doctor Strange 2, maybe something else. So thoughts on this?
It looks like a
this
good
writing?
pick for them. And I mean, they've been picked pretty good writers so far, I think so.
Yeah, I think the two which have been like the biggest have been I think it's Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, I think is their names. They wrote all the Captain America films, and Avengers Infinity War and Avengers 4.
Damn.
So kind of like going throughout, these Captain America's time and, doing, I guess, basically the most popular, I would think, Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, the most popular Marvel movies. But yeah, this should be interesting. Obviously, it's not like this person wrote the first Wonder Woman. We don't really know, but if it's any comparison to the first one, it's good. It'll be good, and this is good. Expendables, I am not really sure. I haven't really seen that.
I haven't seen it. It's
But
an
it
action
got
movie.
enough
People
for-
like it.
Yeah,
So
got enough for
a
three
sequel.
sequels.
3 sequels.
I don't know.
Jeez.
I think there was 4
I
at least.
haven't seen any of them. So.
And then I saw Godzilla. That was really good. So that is something I can attest to. But yeah, I am interested to see what film it is. Just because I think there's a lot we don't know. I mean, there is a lot we don't know about everything after Avengers 4. We know Spider-Man Far From Home is coming. I did not mean to do that. No pun intended.
Far From Home is coming. I didn't even catch that.
And, Black Panther 2 and Doctor Strange 2. But other than that, there's not much we know for sure. The Eternals have been talked about. Young Avengers have been mentioned. A bunch of like space stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, should be interesting to see. But yeah, still a lot unknown for what would probably be known as Phase 4 of the MCU.
Be exciting.
But yeah, so it sounds like they're getting writing on those movies.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. The Oscars are coming up in January.
Early 2019.
Yeah. So Black Panther missed the Oscars by like the deadline cut off by like a month, or it was really close. For last year's Oscars, and now it sounds like Disney is really pushing to have Black Panther for Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, and a few more. Whereas, for example, Infinity War, which also came out last year, is only going to be put up for Best Visual Effects, which Black Panther is also up for. It sounds like they are getting some big people behind it, hiring some people who do this for a living, pushing Oscar films in the process of being nominated and winning stuff. So interesting to see. What are our thoughts on Disney like really pushing Black Panther at the Oscars?
I feel like if this had happened at the last Oscars, it would have been almost for sure. Because of how recent it was at the time. People love it, obviously. Loved it at the time. Probably still love it. They probably would have won quite a few awards at the Oscars. But I think they're definitely going to win one, at least.
Yeah, either Black Panther.
But it's had a lot of time to settle.
Either Black Panther or Avengers will probably win something.
Yeah.
You know?
Probably best visual effects.
Yeah, I would guess visual effects because the visual effects were quite good.
I could see best makeup. Like for example, Suicide Squad won best makeup at the Oscars.
Yeah.
What year was that released?
2016.
Yeah,
something like
that. I don't know. It was some time since we started doing this, so probably 2016.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So very possible.
Very possible, almost probable, but less so because of how long it's had to settle, I think.
I mean, I don't know. You never really see like action or big or blockbuster films like getting nominated for these type of things. I think they've started doing like nominating Best Picture more since they expanded it, but like they've never really had a chance at like winning it. Like for example, Mad Max Fury Road got it one year. I think they've been putting up like Star Wars films sometime, and it's like, and like they're not gonna get it, but they're there. It's just interesting to see a Marvel film because I've never really pushed them for anything before. Best visual effects, whatever, but like never really like trying to go for the Oscar. And now they really are with Black Panther.
Marvel makes good stuff though.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
I think they got a chance.
Yeah, should be interesting. See how it fares compared to like the more, I don't know, indie Oscar baity style films. Because it seems like the Academy has a somewhat bias against big budget films, like action films and stuff.
Generally, I mean, this is kind of how the Academy kind of works. Is most of the people who vote, like, they usually see, they usually prefer those types of films. So.
Yeah. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah.
We'll be a little bit though before, a little bit till award seasons. All right, that does it for movie type stuff this week. Let's get on to some video game type stuff this week. Only one thing, but it's a lot of one thing. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate got a Nintendo Direct showcasing what the final game will look like. So to start out, they began the Direct with announcing 2 new characters. They are bringing in Ken from Street Fighter 2, who's an Echo Fighter of Ryu. And then they are also bringing in Incineroar from Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Okay. All right.
The firefighting type starter, 3rd evolution, which looks like it's going to be playing like luchador sort of.
Okay.
Like wrestling.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Type thing.
Yeah, makes sense.
In addition to that, they ended the Direct with one more character who will only be, well, I'm not sure only,
the fucking
but
plant.
It's going to be available for free for pre-order, and that is Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant, for those who know, who played any Mario game, is the plant that comes out of pipes and has like, a mouth and like teeth and bites on you.
Fucking bastards.
And if they're very stationary.
Yeah.
They don't move left or right. They move up and down, and that's about it. But this one can move around the stage and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I know because Mario Tennis Aces came out not too long ago too, and they've recently in their games been giving PD Piranha a lot of love for some reason, like just kind of out of nowhere too. But you see, it's kind of cool how they're because it's Super Smash Bros. It's a Mario thing, right? So it's cool that they're still adding Mario characters, but
where's Waluigi?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, well,
That's the real question.
Fucking Piranha Plant, but we're not getting Waluigi.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking kidding me.
Maybe he's a secret character. Maybe he's in the game. They just don't want you to
He's
know.
a assist trophy, I think.
Yeah,
Is
it's
he
fucking dumb.
still?
Just put him in the game, goddamn.
Yeah. So yeah, that will be a pre-order bonus. Interesting character. You know, some characters that are just like, I can't believe this is a thing.
Yeah.
You know, like that. Ridley, I never expected Ridley to show up in a Smash Brothers game, but it's there.
It's there, so. Yeah.
When you think about it, though, Ridley has a huge disadvantage for having the largest hitbox.
I suppose.
Sure.
I
guess. But, we'll see how it plays out, right?
For sure, yeah.
There will be 74 characters in the base game.
It's a lot.
And you'll start out with the original 8 characters from, the original Super Smash Brothers and unlock them, through playing.
That's awesome, actually. That's really cool.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
In addition to that, they have announced the adventure mode for the game will be called Spirits. They explained it as no longer doing trophies, which was a way to include characters and Easter eggs from other games throughout the series. But now there's no longer trophies, and so they wanted to include them through this thing called Spirits, which if you watched the direct, you saw a short animated cutscene, which showed a ton of master hands turning into this black hole, which shot lasers killing every character in Smash Brothers except for Kirby.
Kirby saving the day as usual.
And then these spirits will possess. So they're not it's not like the Subspace Emissary where you're fighting let's say Goombas or some random enemies from a certain game. You're gonna be facing the models are gonna be of Mario, right?
Yeah.
But they're gonna be possessed by these spirits, say Tails from Sonic, right? And apparently they give a boost or a certain stat boost or whatever change to the character. And so you do that, you unlock spirits, you use them to boost your character and fight more and whatever. So yeah. Interesting thing. Also, the last thing is they announced that they are going to do 5 sets of DLC, each being or at least they're hoping is the price would be $5.99 each.
It's not bad.
Which includes 1 character, 1 stage corresponding to that character, and a bunch of songs.
All right, yeah, that's not an unreasonable amount. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I do.
And then also, I think the online mode is what are your preferred rules, and then you go in, and then it'll try and match you with people with the preferred rules. So.
That's cool. I feel like a lot of people are probably going to do the ultimate form, no items, 4 lives kind of thing. So if that's the game you're looking for, it'll be easy to find.
Yeah. This Smash Brothers game is something. I guess that's why they're calling it Ultimate, right?
Yeah.
Every character that's ever been in a game before, plus a bunch of new ones.
Except no Waluigi.
74 characters to start. That's
a lot.
That's insane.
That's a lot of characters.
That is a whole lot. And there's 5 more added to that, so near 80.
80.
So bringing the total up to 79, you think a secret 80th character is Waluigi?
I doubt it.
Probably not.
I doubt it.
I remember people talk about, like, oh, you can look playing as Master Hand, and, like, in one of the original ones.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that was like it's very possible if you like went into the code, right?
Sure.
And like messed around with it, you could.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting. I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
The Smash Brothers is awesome, and all these new characters, and yeah,
Be good stuff.
For sure. I am the excite.
also
I'll need to
it
get a
seems-
Switch now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will.
Also, it seems like there's
Actually, see if
every
there's a bundle.
stage
See if there's a
ever
bundle for
is gonna be in this game.
Jeez.
It's like all in N64.
Holy
Any
crap.
stage that has been in a previous Smash Brothers game.
That is a whole lot.
Yeah, they said 100 plus 3 others. I think Battlefield, Big Battlefield, and Final Destination.
Oof. That's a lot. There's a whole lot of. I think generally fighting games don't have this many stages or characters, but they got a lot of people working on it. They're a big company.
There are fighting games that do have a lot of characters. I remember like the Capcom versus games, like Marvel versus Capcom. I remember Capcom versus like SNK. They had a lot of characters. So I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
If this is like the most, but yeah, it's definitely a lot.
Yeah, like 79 after DLC.
Yeah,
It's a whole lot.
so should be interesting. And also interesting is that there's no other fighting game like this, right?
Not really, yeah.
Like there's a lot, like Street Fighter,
The Dragon Ball Z one.
Yeah,
If you haven't played that one, it's pretty good.
But games that are like this one are rip-offs, generally.
I don't know if there really even is ones
Well,
that are
there's
like
because remember that one that you watch a video game Donkey?
a little bit, yeah.
He had one game. It was like this hot dog guy, and like this small cat girl. There's like 8 characters, and it was like Super Smash Bros, but it was a rip-off.
Oh, okay.
So there's games like it, but
I think
not.
the closest thing, and it wasn't even that similar, was like PlayStation All Stars on
I
the
guess.
PS3.
I guess.
I remember that. Yeah.
But that wasn't even like, it was like you had gauges and you like did them up, and I don't know, it wasn't the same as like knocking somebody off off of a screen.
Yeah,
right?
very different.
Where it's like, people have, in fighting games, people usually have health, and it's like, okay, knock down them to health. Obviously in Smash Brothers that's not the case. They don't have health. I mean, they have this thing which makes it easier to knock them off the screen, but the goal is to knock them off the screen, not to like knock out their HP.
I remember there were modes where you could do HP instead, but it was a lot lamer.
Yeah, it was a lot lamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited
I'm
though.
excited. I'm almost certainly pre-ordering it now that I know PD Piranha's coming with.
Yeah, Piranha Plant is, I don't think it's PD Piranha. It's Final Smash, it becomes PD Piranha.
Oh, okay.
But
I get you.
the Piranha Plant itself is not PD Piranha. It's just a Piranha Plant.
I mean, there's enough stuff that it does. Its attack could be like a directional bite. It has fireballs.
The next character should be the Spring from Sonic. No, not even like Tails or Knuckles or anything. The Spring.
The Spring.
Just the Spring.
Or one of the little squirrels that pops out of the ball at the end when
Yeah.
you save him. Yeah. He's going to be like a super tiny squirrel.
That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah. I don't know. They're coming up with really weird ideas for characters. I mean, It's definitely not like the things you would think, right? Like you'd think Waluigi, right?
Right. Because everyone wants Waluigi, so do Waluigi. But
Right. Like
obviously
like
not.
actual like characters, but no Piranha Plant. I think.
It's strange, but
yeah,
imagine if Goomba was in the game.
yeah,
What
that'd
would
be
he even
interesting.
That's a good question.
He'd walk back and forth.
You're the red Koopa, and so you don't actually have controls. You just walk left and
Well,
right.
they
on
could
whatever
do like
platform you're on.
oh my gosh, I don't want this, but they could do it. They could do the what are the boomerang, the
Oh, the Hammer Bros.
Hammer
and the,
Bros. Yeah, you just like throw your hammer or whatever,
That'd be interesting.
turn into a like they do it with Squirtle, right? Turn it, go into your like shell, and then move across the stage.
Mm-hmm. It'd be cool if they added the hammer suit as like a skin for Mario or something. The only different thing is instead of fireballs, he would throw hammers.
I think they're doing like I mean they're doing the suits for Mario from like Mario Odyssey.
Okay.
So like he's
Yeah.
got Construction Mario from like Super Mario Maker.
Okay.
You got the one with the hat, the like tuxedo thing.
Oh yeah, fedora. Yeah. Gangsta Mario.
Yeah. Also, Dr. Mario is a different character, which is like kind of weird. It's not like it wouldn't be a skin or.
I wonder if
I know that they made two separate characters. Well, I think they're different this time actually.
Because I know regular Mario, when you did like the B down, it would be like his charge up from
Like the sunshine water blast thing.
Yeah, I can't remember what the flood.
Yeah.
This flood was it. What was Super Mario's instead? What did he get?
What you mean, Dr. Mario?
Dr. Mario.
I think it was like it was the Mario and the older ones.
Mhm.
Like when he went down, it was like a kick that went
Yeah.
back and forth. I think it's that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because they've changed Mario's like move sets over the years, and I think like they're kind of like mixing like some of the older stuff with Dr. Mario now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. There's a lot of different characters. I don't know how I can play all of them, but I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that does it for the news this week.
Juice.
The juice this week. Every game is online.
All of them.
Not all of them.
Every
but a
single
good
one.
portion of them.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
All the ones
yeah.
you hear about, anyways.
So like even single player games have like some online mode now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Red Dead Redemption 2 came out recently, and that's getting online in November.
Of course it is.
Assassin's Creed.
It's like
has an
GTA,
online.
but cowboys. Of course. It's
Assassin's
getting
Creed did have online, didn't it?
a couple of them did a
Yeah.
long time ago, but the recent ones don't. They haven't had online in those games since like before 2000.
Remember, you could like blend in. You had to like find your target.
Yeah. But
It's
no, they
kind
don't
of a
anymore.
cool idea. But
Most recent ones just have microtransactions. If you want.
so one of the two then, online or microtransactions,
Mhm.
is basically it.
Yeah.
Shadow of Mordor, was that the new one?
Microtransactions. Yep.
Yeah,
Shadow of War.
Shadow of War. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shadow of Mordor is the old one.
Mm-hmm. I haven't played the newest one. Looked fun. I really liked the first one, so probably
Mhm.
like this one too. But
I've heard good things about it.
Mhm.
But
yeah, there's a lot of online games these
Battlefront,
days.
you got Black Ops 4, you got
Black Ops 4 doesn't have a campaign even,
Yeah,
which I don't really
just
care about. I
online.
haven't
You know,
finished a Call of
it
Duty
used to-
campaign in like 4 years. So
It used to be where games didn't have multiplayer online, and
Yeah.
now it seems like
That's all.
there are games that are just online
Mhm.
and
But, like,
don't
the
have
most-
single player.
like some of the most
Yeah.
popular games either are just online or that's the focus. Like
Right.
Fortnite has a PvE mode. right?
But no.
But I know that's the people play the battle royale, like that's
Mhm.
that.
I think it's because that's kind of what the game developers know. With that being like the new thing, obviously people did it right away, all the online multiplayer.
Yeah.
And that's like all they were Because it's one thing balancing an online game versus creating a story.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and I think
like,
there's more money in.
Yeah.
online
Also,
games
like
as well.
because you can do loot boxes, you can do microtransactions.
yeah, and people keep playing your game, right?
Yeah, they don't like pick it up and drop it down, like, you know.
Versus like, you know, you play a story mode game, right? You play it through it, right? And then you're like done, right? You're done with the game. Versus like multiplayer, it's like you can always play it. It's gonna be different every time.
And people are still playing Overwatch.
Yeah,
because nothing's exactly the same.
You know, you can add new stuff to it, stuff, you know,
cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, and so you can like sell people
Characters.
things, or you know, it keeps them invested in the series for like the next one or whatever. So like it you hear the whole games as a service thing, right? And it's like, I mean, that's it, right? You just want people to play your one game and nothing else.
Yeah, and if you can like keep adding content, or like, you know, if it's like a competitive game, like, you know, keep up with that, then you can just kind of keep going. You know, there's nothing stops you, and as long as there's still people playing the game.
Right.
Yeah. It's like a easier
and you can sell them DLC and everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Depending on the game.
eventually people stop playing online. But I know, like, even Halo 2, even original Halo 2 on Xbox,
like,
people still play.
Dude, Grand Theft Auto 5 is still like one of the top selling things, and that was released in 2013?
Yeah.
2012.
Yeah.
But it blew my mind. A friend of mine has an Xbox, and I got an original Xbox, like the first one, and found that there's a service that you can open up on your computer that allow you to connect to other people, like fool your Xbox into thinking it's a LAN connection.
Yeah.
And you can play with like hundreds of other people online still.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's still people playing Halo 2. Like, it's nuts.
People, you
Play
know,
it. But eventually people will stop playing.
Yeah, eventually people stop.
Because new things come along. And
unless the game continues to like keep up. Like if it's
but
not
even
like
then, there's like hardware and software.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, World of Warcraft, League of Legends, anything like that. Where it's just the game itself, they can just make better. So you don't need a sequel, really. You just like the game itself changes so much over time. You know. But I think I mean there's definitely at least with this generation, like the console generation, almost all of like the single player games have been on PlayStation. There's been almost.
Is that like a Sony thing?
I think it's I mean,
kind of right now it is.
Well, it's like a first party thing. I mean, Xbox doesn't do it as much. Like they did it with like Sunset Overdrive. I guess, did that have online? I don't remember. Okay.
No one played it. But
I mean, but like you know, it's easier for first parties to do it because you know, it's like a way to show off the console, right? Like, I mean, Nintendo does it. Breath of the Wild, Mario. It's like, it's just, you know, third parties, they need people to like play their games. Yeah. Or at least they want. They like, the thing is like, you know, Nintendo or Sony can make a, and I guess Microsoft should be able to, but they don't, make a single player game and be fine if people stop playing it because, hey, they're playing on the console and, you know, they get money from elsewhere, you know.
It's
like,
it's a lot less risky for them to just make a single player game.
And like EA and stuff, like Ubisoft, whatever, you know, they want you to be playing your thing because, you know, just like if you buy their single player, they're not making money from you playing on your PlayStation or your Xbox, or Nintendo or Switch, like the three console publishers are doing. Like they make money from you just being on the console, right? Whereas third parties don't, and so it's like it's much less risky, I guess, to do it because they can make money elsewhere.
I think we'll see that. I mean, with the next generation, I think Sony's going to keep doing that because people have responded very well to like all of their big single player games for the most part have like sold really well. So they're probably going to keep doing that. Microsoft's obviously going to do that because they bought Obsidian. They're making that.
They bought five or six studios.
Yeah. But Obsidian's the only one that was like like the Obsidian's their biggest purchase, I would say.
Right. I mean, I think it's the biggest studio they purchased, but they also bought why can't I think of the name now? People that made Hellblade.
Hellblade.
Setsuna's Sacrifice. Chronicle, whatever.
I know what you're talking. Yeah, they bought them, so they'll get some single player game from them probably. So there'll be more with. I think like it seems like the first, at least in this generation and the next, even more so because of Microsoft. There'll be, I think most of the not like everyone, but there'll be most of the single player games are going to be like exclusives. You'll still get like your Assassin's Creeds, your like that Middle Earth series, stuff like that. There's a few other like big third party single player sort of stuff, but seems like the third parties are like of course, because making games is really fucking expensive, so they're trying to go for the route that makes more money and the route that's more popular, I guess you could say. Because like what are like the top streamed games on Twitch? They've stayed almost exactly the same for like 5 years. So with the addition of like Fortnite,
you got Counter-Strike, Hearthstone,
League of Legends, Dota,
Overwatch,
2, and Overwatch. Yeah,
that's probably the top 5.
That includes the top 5.
Yeah,
or like, and when a single player game comes out, like God of War was top 5 for like a week or two.
A little. I mean, when a new game comes out, everyone plays it.
Yeah, everyone watches it. Everybody plays it. And then
it's how long they play it for.
Yeah, not that, a week or two, probably.
Yeah. And they beat it or they're done with it or whatever.
Yeah, also, I guess people watch single player games and don't actually play them.
Oh, plenty of people do. I've done that before.
I've done that, yeah. Like, I don't know if I want to.
I've never been. I don't understand. I guess I don't really watch streamers, but anyway, digress. Like, for example, like Sakurai, the creator of Smash Brothers, he got rid of the Subspace Emissary because he was like, people just watch it. They don't actually play Smash Brothers. That's why they don't do like a story thing for any of the other Smash Brothers after Smash Brothers Brawl. And it's just like, I don't see why I don't think that's a good reason, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of a bummer if people just kind of do that, and obviously they're making money, but you're not making any money that way. By other people just watching someone else do it. That'd be like watching someone watch a movie.
Yeah. It's also hard, I think, to in a lot of like, if you're not like really like hurting to play a single player game, it's like you're not really gonna miss out on anything if you just wait and buy it used for like $20 like a year later. Whereas like a multiplayer game, like you probably really want to get in there as soon as possible. Like if you want to, I don't know, play the ranked and stuff.
If you wait too long, the servers might not even be up anymore.
Yeah, or like if you want to like, if you want to be in like, if you want to experience because the multiplayer, if it's a multiplayer game, it's gonna change probably quite a bit over time. So.
Like Overwatch are always updating, changing character stats,
adding
and stuff.
New characters, stuff like that. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, gotta get that online. All right, I think that does it for us on this episode of the Clever and Original Podcast. Jay, if people want to find you on the social media sphere, where can they do that?
You want to find me and tell me how wrong I am about everything, you can find me on Twitter at Jayden Reinhart.
And JJ, where can people find you?
Find me on Twitter, JLarson107.
And you can find me at Kayley Misialek. And on Twitter, and you can find us all at Clever_Original on Twitter. And as you are right now, listen to us each and every week on SoundCloud, iTunes, and other podcast services. And we'll catch you next week on episode 170.
Peace.